Blackout. It's happening.
Welcome to the Dobsonian Power Show, live show. Welcome everybody. We will talk about today about this massive Sunspot. It's not a new one. It was already here, but it can cause a blackout. Oh yeah, by the way, we will update all the news, crazy news actually, about the blackout that I suffered here 2 days ago. It's crazy how things going here on Spain and Portugal. And I will show you more interesting stuff as well. We will analyze this sunspot and this big coronal mass ejection that was released on the right side of the sun. Thank you, Melissa, for gifting 5 Dobsonian Power memberships. All the 5 are now an explorer. Welcome to the spaceship. You are an explorer. Thank you. Welcome Kerry Robbins, Astro George, LB, Jeannie, Cosmic Karen, Andreas, Melissa, Mr. Doomsday, Chroma Mako, Suzy Cat, Quasar, not sure, me neither. Okay. Let's start by a different thing. Let's start by drawing you the attention for the new Juno mission. First, the image from the new updated image from Jupiter, beautiful. You know Jupiter, this beautiful giant that is kind of a protector of the Earth, and Juno is a mission that take pictures and collect data from this planet and his moons as well. Beautiful new image from Juno, and this is the Io volcano that I showed you before, but now they capture it with James Webb in infrared. This is a massive, the biggest volcano here on the solar system. It's really massive. The image, it's not the best, but it's what we can get right now in 2025 of this giant volcano on the moon of Jupiter, Io. So this moon is flooded with lava. Now this volcano, this is new, but I showed you before on the Dobsonian Power Community tab, on the posts here, where you can post. You can comment on every post. Schumann resonance. And we have here a picture I posted a while ago here of the moon Io with that volcano. Look at this massive volcano. This is, I think it's even a better picture for science. I'm sure the infrared gets more data, but this one is really impressive. the volcano on Jupiter. I'm sure that the sun messed it all on that moon of that planet as well. So we had an earthquake today. The earthquakes are hitting Chile. We have one in Santorini, 2.9, and mainly on big ones on Philippines again. So Philippines has been hit by a lot of more than 4 magnitude earthquakes, and today was not an exception. Actually, we had a big one right after the flare happened. A big flare that we had in the King Sun that I will show you right now. So the moon of Jupiter, it's impressive. We did impressive volcano. Another thing, solar flares. This is a new study that they released yesterday. Solar flares cause Earth's atmosphere to pulse. So, what they say basically here is that, I will summarize it for you, is that they discovered, well, let me say you first that this is, I know that some people will lack more studies in the news, but this is a step further. We should be grateful and happy to have mainstream media pushing a bit further the sun topic, the solar topic, even that it's not really what we wish. But step by step we will get there. This is a new study that they realized that the sun and the earth are completely connected, and the atmosphere of the earth pulse according to the activity with the sun, with the solar flares. So each time we have a solar flare, as we just had, the biggest one all this week, as we just had, and I will show you in a moment. So when that solar flare occurs, which means it's an explosion of radiation, so 8 minutes, it's very fast, speed of light, 300,000 kilometers per second. They impact the Earth. I will show you the impact as well. And when they impact the Earth, in those 8 minutes, that radiation, the Earth atmosphere pulse. It's like a pulse. It reminds me the heartbeat of the Earth, the Schumann resonance. I think it's all connected, but let them discover step by step and expose all of this so we can get stronger in the solar topic as well. We will. Year by year, we will get stronger and with more knowledge and instruments about the King Sun.
The King Sun.
It's awesome. So they discovered and now validated that there's a pulse. There's a real connection with the Earth and the Sun. So they analyzed loads of data. Remember, now we have more data. And they analyzed the data and the impact on the atmosphere of the Earth. So the bursts of radiation that come from the solar flares. And they say here, let me just pick the sentences that I like the most. So they give more importance to the study of the sun. It's important, I quote, it's important for us to understand the impact of solar flares on the Earth, as it could have knock-on effects on radio communication, satellites, GPS, etc. I miss here, we will get there, I miss here the health of the human beings. They kind of give a hint about that, saying that it affects humans, but they don't go any further. Hopefully they will study more of those effects on human health. It's what we are craving, what we are anxious for them to release more and more information, because for instance yesterday, I don't know why, I was here streaming with a big headache. I didn't share with you because I didn't want to give that importance to the headache. So I could minimize it, you know. It's a trick that I use. If we are always saying, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, you get more tired. So I try to minimize it and forget and stick with important things. But I was with a strong headache. Today, after the clouds were gone, maybe a coincidence, it passed. So they have new data. Let me see where is the sentence that I like. This work really shows, this study really shows that how sensitive our atmosphere is to subtle variations in solar radiation. So any small radiation variation impacts the Earth in a way that they didn't know before. Now they validate it. Although what drives these pulsations during solar flares in the first place still remains unknown. Well, it's unknown, but it opens the door to more knowledge, he said. This work goes a long way towards understanding the Sun and the Earth relationship by studying them as an interconnected system and not just looking at either body in isolation. So they are evolving. They are not studying just the Sun or just the Earth and all assuming that it's all connected. Now they realize that it's all connected. We kind of know that because we study here everything, because I think everything is connected. That's why it's not only about space here, space exploration and the Sun and the solar system. It's also about the Earth. This channel, it's also about the Earth and by consequence to be prepared for Earth catastrophes. That's why I like to talk with you about my prepping stuff. So a good step further, a small one. I hope they keep doing this kind of studies and evolving and releasing more studies about the impacts on human health. We have already some of them, but we need more so we can get a clear view of the things and identify right away why is this headache, why I'm not sleeping well this week, why I'm so tired this week without doing anything special, why I have low tension, different stuff, okay, that people usually underestimate. Sometimes can be other factor, but sometimes can be the Sun as well. So it's a good thing to have this being monitored. Let me read you and hydrate. Thank you, Quasar. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. Yes, we are safe. I'll talk about that in right now. I will update you the information. This is getting crazy. Melissa, now I remember the other day with a super chat in the members only and I didn't read you. I forgot. At the end of the stream I saw your message, your request, and I didn't see it. I'm sorry, I apologize, but the next live stream that we will do soon, probably this week, I don't know yet. I need to be in the mood. We'll do the same thing. again, we will repeat, and I will not forget you, I promise. Yeah, coincidence, a coincidence. Weird coincidences. If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. Subscribe for more if you like this kind of content. Thank you, thank you! Tracy here is in the house. Thank you, Tracy, for gifting 5 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody to the spaceship. You are now an explorer. You are an explorer. The ones that are new members, you have full access to exclusive content on the members only live streams, which are
The Secret Chamber.
The Secret Chamber, and actually I think one of the last ones is the one that will be repeated. It's a different format. People enjoyed, hope you enjoyed as well. Just watch it and check it out, because you can participate as well in the next members only live stream. It was very nice. And Melissa, thank you for gifting 5 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you, Melissa, so much. Welcome to the spaceship. You are an explorer. More members to the new live streams. We will keep doing it, I know that you like, so... Alright, let me just update the news about the blackout. The blackout that occurred, for the ones that don't know, we had in Europe the blackout. It was mainly on the Iberian Peninsula, where I am located. I am in Portugal, by the way. I'm streaming right from here. Planet Earth. Continent Europe. Country Portugal. Region Algarve. 37 latitude Bortle 5. And this blackout was something totally new. Well, I have to tell you that for me as a low profile prepper, with everything that I've been talking with you here about the blackout, that it's coming, it came, it arrived, but it was like peanuts to me. It was like peanuts because I was prepared. It was not so good for other people. Especially people, now analyzing people like old people that I remember that we didn't receive the information right away. We should. I hope they correct that. And when people realized that it was a massive blackout in 2 countries, some people, older people, mainly, maybe a coincidence, but it was older people that was telling that maybe it's a war or something. So it's dangerous. It's important for the governments to inform right away the people, smartphone message or whatever, saying just, this is a massive blackout, we are dealing with it, stay calm, blah blah blah. But so people can understand. Remember that we are on Europe with all of those fights there in the northeast. So we are sensitive to, and some people that watch television a lot, they are more sensitive. They have those topics always there and they have fear. So it's very important. And the thing is right now is like this. The Portuguese authorities are doing the same. They just don't care. It's nothing with us. It was Spain, and it was Spain. So we are. They are not very interested in talking about that. They just say they don't know. Thank you. Loretta, welcome back, Loretta. Thank you, Loretta Wilson, for giving 50 Dobsonian Power memberships. Bam! Thank you so much, Loretta. Welcome, everybody. Participate in the next live stream. It will be awesome, just for members. The Secret Chamber. Thank you so much. Welcome. You are now an explorer. You are an explorer. So here in my country they say, well, it's nothing with us, and now they are in the news, everything. They are worried now with the insurance because there's people that they are trying to get some cash from the injuries they suffer in their business and things like that. So they are kind of dealing with that softly, as usual. My country is very quiet. In Spain, it's kind of pathetic because I saw the representative of their gov, and she was saying, she was desperately, obsessively trying to protect what I told you yesterday. Their goal, I will remind you for the ones that didn't watch the last live stream yesterday. Their goal, not only from Spain, but the whole goal here on Europe, is to make all these countries that are interconnected with the energy, we are all dependent, to be supplied by solar and wind. So they are desperately protecting that because it's the goal. It's their goal. In 5 years they want that to be reached, and China as well is doing that, and somehow they are very obsessed with that. So what happens is that many people start saying that it's vulnerable, their system, our system, because I'm included, my country. So the solar system is very vulnerable, it was affected, and they were desperately trying to protect their system. No, it's not vulnerable. It was not because of that, because it's very, very strong and robust, and there's no problem, and technical stuff that they were talking about. And they said, and this is pathetic, we know what it was, but they didn't say. We know what it was, and we know more or less where it was located. That's the words today, in a few hours ago, of Spain. So they know what it was and they didn't tell. They just told that they know what it was. What caused the blackout, which is super suspicious. And then they said we know more or less where it is. They don't want to tell us. Of course they know exactly what it was and where it is, but they kind of, sneakily ran away from the questions. And it was the information we got from them. Now there's loads of speculation. One is about the failure of the system. I don't know. That hypothesis of the failure of this system would be viable if it was kind of an event that didn't happen. Then it was no temperature. People are saying about the temperature, no temperature. Man, you can't imagine here in Spain, in the summer, hot summer, the peak of the summer, we reach really super high temperatures. in all the countries. So it's really super high, especially at south, and nothing happened. So we'll see. Then there's a hypothesis about that it was Morocco. The attack, it was an attack, not cyber attack, but an attack, like, because they can intentionally cause something, these blackouts, simply like simulating a peak of energy which occurred, a peak of energy suddenly, a peak of energy with high frequency that destabilized the system, and then they open the doors and it shut down everything. It shut down everything. Earthquake 3.0 on Chile again. It's Chile and Philippines today. So they are saying that it was from Morocco and they provoked that, but they don't know, or they don't say who was. It could be them intentionally from Morocco to do that. I don't know. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking something very interesting about the sun. Because imagine that yesterday it was at that hour, the blackout, 2 days ago. Imagine that previously to the blackout, let's say 15 minutes or so, we got a big flare. We were all here and everywhere connecting that big solar flare with the sun, with the blackout. That will trick us all. I will do the same, probably, because if we had a blackout and then after the blackout I was studying the sun, the solar activity, I saw nothing, absolutely nothing. It seems that they shows a moment without any activity. But if there was an activity near the event, everybody would be attributing to the sun, blaming the sun about that event, and we all would accept it as a solar event because it's possible, and we don't know very well what component, what was that was failing. They could cheat us with that. And I was thinking, why the heck if it's intentional, if it was intentional, as I think it was, I think it's all about control and testing things. It's a trial, as they now do. If it was intentional, why the heck they didn't choose a solar event nearby and trigger that blackout so we can connect it to and blame the sun? And then I realized one thing. They couldn't do that. Because if their goal, think with me, if their goal is to obsessively protect the solar energy and the wind and the system that we have now, if it's that their goal, if they do that intentionally near a solar event and everybody will believe that it was the sun, it will show as well everybody that their system is highly vulnerable to solar activity. And that would kind of attack their system that they want to defend. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? They can't. I can imagine their meeting saying, well, can we do it and blame the sun? And someone saying no. Because if we do that, they will think right away our system is highly vulnerable to the solar activity and we are still in the solar maximum. And we will have, the sun is always hitting us. The people will be more anxious and suspicious about our system. We need to implement this system as a robust system. They will never admit that, of course. So I think the intention the intention was to do this without any solar event. Now they blame something atmospheric that nobody knows what it is. So someone should have said, okay, in that meeting with,
the lizards.
With that meeting, someone said, and what should we do? And the other one said, well, I think it's better to just let it go as usual. We will have confusion, different hypotheses, you know how people works, and on social networks, etc. But we reach our goals with this test, but we will say something atmospheric. But we don't say exactly, never. We will not say what is it exactly. Because if we say what is it, any scientist will pick that and get the truth. So we say it's something atmospheric that we can't identify. And nobody will have any chance of knowing. It's what I think. A bit crazy, but it's really what I think. This sunspot, it's that one that you're talking about. We'll watch it right away. And I will show you something about a super blackout that we had on 1921. I talked about this year. That hit some parts of Europe and New York as well. The railroad was it's a famous one because of the railroad of New York, and it was a massive blackout. So the sunspot. So this is how the blackout is. The news. It will be interesting to see what those guys are doing, planning, whatever. I'm fine, man, with this prepping stuff that I had. Look, they said on television today that the thing they purchase more, the people purchase more. You have all the things on Dobsonianpower.com here. My solar generators, the portable solar panel, which is amazing. I have it right here. It's folded, so it doesn't take much space at home. And the things that people that were sold off right away was the gas stove on the stores, the radios. I have this emergency hand crank radio. But people was buying radios and batteries. And batteries. Loads of batteries. They didn't have. You should have all of these. The batteries, I have it. The radio, I have it. And the gas stove, of course, I have it. And my wife cooked with that amazing gas stove on the day of the blackout. And of course, the generators were all gone as well. The generators, but they didn't have on the stores this wonderful generator, the Blue Yeti AC 180 that I have. I purchased two of them. It's amazing. It was a lifesaver. Peaceful. So this impact that you see here on the sun, this coronal mass ejection, let's start with this. This coronal mass ejection, bam! Do you see it? Look at this. Let's start with this one. Look at this. It came from here. The right side, bottom right, here. Updating information. Now the information is correct. Here. Bam! Amazing. This is the start of it. Look at this. It starts getting crazy. It had a flare. It exploded and then bam! The flare is here. You can see the spikes here. double spikes, like a cross here, an X actually. And then the explosion, a massive explosion, very, very fast. It's impressive because this one, we were lucky because this most likely will not hit the Earth because it's too fast and too much to the right, and it's narrow as well. It's big, dog. Look at this after leaving the sun surface. Bam! Here. Very, very fast. Super fast. Bam! You see? And there we go. Earthquake. Oh man, I didn't show you. What a boomer. 4.3 on Philippines. I told you. Philippines. Day of Philippines. Look again. Getting wild. The flare. Here the pattern. Here the X. This explosion of plasma. Bam! And here. And then it goes right away to here. It's very, very fast. I don't know if it can hit the Earth, but according to NASA, I saw already, it will not. Because of the Parker spiral. The Parker spiral, it's something that they studied about the sun. It's like that spiral that we see from the left side of the sun. It's connected with a magnetic field with the Earth. And although the plasma it's not headed to the Earth, it can do like this if it's stuck on that road, that magnetic field that goes to the Earth. So like a spiral, it does like this and it goes to the Earth. It can happen, but according to NASA, I saw it already, the forecast from NASA. I will show you. According to NASA, it will go in this direction. It's huge, but it doesn't touch. Notice that this was very, very, very strong. And look at the forecast from NASA here. It's very, very strong. Look at this. Look at this massive, massive, massive explosion. The sun here, the Earth, this yellow dot, and this is very dense. Look at this black thing here. You see? This red, dark red front, and then behind we have this density. This is density. You can see here the scale. The black is very dense. Bam! Very wide as well. Wider than I was expected. It looked more narrow, but it's so strong that it's very wide. Although it makes an arc of 108 degrees. That means that the Earth will not be touched by the remnants or the flanks of that arc. Because we are here. We are here. You see? Bam! It was massive. If this one was in front of us, oh boy, oh boy.
Run to the bunker now.
Warning. Please run to the bunker and stay calm. Please run to the bunker and stay calm. Warning. Warning.
Very, very strong. Very, very strong. Enlarge it what? Here the this? Look. Amazing one. Amazing one. Look that we see a lot this NASA team with their forecast, and it's rare that we have such a density here. So the sun is still very strong. And you see the magnetic field that I'm talking about? There's one here. You see here? This white dashed line, arc. One of them is touching the Earth. Some plasma, and it's possible because I can see a faint green here. It's possible that that flank of the coronal mass ejection can flow, that plasma can flow, be stuck in this in this magnetic field and touch the Earth and impact the Earth. But it's nothing as it would be if it was dead on in front of us. It's crazy, crazy one. Yeah, it looks like we are protected or something. So this was, right now I will show you, this was, right now, here. This was bigger than the previous ones yesterday. This was very, very strong. Even, and look that even, this is the X flare. The solar flare. It was not an X, was an M. An M flare. X, it will be higher. But this M flare was the radiation. That explosion was the plasma. But the radiation, even being at the side, the radiation could hit the Earth. And it was, I can't remember the year, but it was 1 year. I will have to research that again. I can't remember, there are too many dates. That we had an X flare, a strong X flare in that right position there, not at the bottom but at the top. But it was at that position to the right, and it affected the Earth. It was so strong that it affected the Earth. And this one, you can see it here. Look, the radiation. Of this one. This is Asia. And you will see right here. BAM! Did you see? So it was on near India, and then it calmed down. This is the radiation from the flares. So although it was to the right, it was so strong that it could reach the Earth. If this flare was in front of us, this wouldn't be like this. This won't be just this. Just this. This will be all red, and I'm sure we will have a proton rain as well, because this will be all red down here and up here, with loads of radiation entering the Earth through the North and the South poles. So this was what we got just from a side flare. Incredible. Near India, yeah. This was not right now. This was at the moment of that flare. This flare. The flare occurred before this explosion. Well, at the same time. But this explosion, you see, very fast explosion, will not hit the Earth. If it was pointing to the Earth in front of us, the flare, the radiation will be measured here much higher, as I was telling you, and this in 1 or 2 days would arrive very fast to the Earth, and it will have a big impact. Now imagine this flare and the blackout. Oof. Oof. And this is today's magnetosphere. It's still with pressure, but let me see. We can still see the orange, the dark orange, but the dark red, let me see, for today, because we have a low pressure still there in our magnetosphere of plasma, but still low. You see? When it's very fast, the impacts and dense as well. Here is the velocity. it becomes dark red. And here is the density. When it's very dense, by the way, some of you asked me about or told me about the density during the blackout. No, the density was not unusual. It was very, very soft, as it is right now. Right now it's very soft as well. I checked everything to see if we had a connection with the sun during the blackout or before the blackout, but nothing. So you can see here, this is the pressure. And it was the same, it was very low. Here we can still see some pressure hitting, but nothing very big. And 2.6 now again on Philippines. Now was on Indonesia, not Philippines. Yes, the earthquakes we had, let me show you. After the flare, yes, we had. Look. On Philippines, 5-ish, I remember. Let me pull it to show you. So the flare was... The impact was here at 8 o'clock Universal Time today. 7:54, so 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock a.m. And we had an earthquake at almost midday, but it's a deep earthquake, 80 kilometers. But we had at 2 a.m., hold on, 2 a.m., this was before the flare, at 10 kilometers shallow depth. We had at 8:15, so before the flare, a shallow one as well. So it was before. This was before. And this was previously to the flare as well. So right before the flare. So we can't say that these earthquakes could be connected because they were not matching the flare, the shallow depth ones, which are the ones that are more vulnerable to the solar activity. And here we have the sunspot. Now, why is this important? This sunspot, it's not new, it's a return of a big sunspot. He was very quiet on the passage through the front of the sun. He was evolving and he did nothing really huge, but it's returning and with flares. Returning with flares. He just had as well. Let me pull it. So this is the sunspot region here, the big one. It's updating. Something weird here. fueling in the sun. This was yesterday. Bam, you see? Very wild region. With loads of loops of plasma exploding. And this was when this filament exploded. Look, bam! This was after the stream. Bam, and here another explosion. Bam, you see? It's wild. Bam again. Very wild. If any of you wants to join the stream, I forgot to put the link. Let me place the link there on the members only. I don't know if Star Guy or... Oh. Yeah, I forgot Star Guy. I don't know if you're listening. Okay, I placed the link if any of you want to join us, the explorers. It's a benefit that I give to our members. If you have a telescope and want to share the views with us, I really forgot Star Guy. Okay. Is he here? He was here. So this sunspot, if it gets wild, yes, it can not only generate a blackout, it can become a Carrington event like sunspot. I'm always waiting for that big one. One of these days it will appear. Some of them looked like, during this solar maximum, some of them looked like they were getting bigger and tough, but at the end they didn't morph into a Carrington event like sunspot. Every single sunspot with these characteristics can become one. This is the magnetic polarity of this sunspot. You can see the blue, the orange, and blue again here like a sandwich. This means that the polarity is plus the blue minus the orange and plus the blue. When they mix, and they are mixing, they get wilder. Okay, we have Star Guy in the house. Talking Star Guy. Bam! Welcome, Star Guy, to the mother spaceship. Okay, we have Star Guy from Florida with his telescope pointing exactly in real time, exactly to that nasty sunspot. The one that can become a Carrington level type sunspot during this passage through the front of the sun. This is real time. Let me see if I have sun again. I have sun again. Maybe I'll do it with my small one if I still have the sun height in the sky. Let me check. It's very low in the sky, but I will try to show you the ones that don't know. This small device, this is a Dwarf 3 device, that it costs around $500. And it's awesome to have, to watch the birds as well. Here, $500, Dwarf Lab. I have 2 of them. And this can connect to your smartphone and you can watch the sky with it. So I just have to connect my smartphone with the application they have. It's very nice. Hey, Chris Green! Chris Green is in the house! Thank you, Chris Green, for your super shot! Super shot! Connecting device. I'm trying to connect the device. Device connected. Connecting. Device connected. Connecting to smart telescope. This is very nice because I just put it outside. And now we will connect. This is the application I use on the smartphone. And bam, it's the only one you need. I have a second application, but to connect to the computer. And you click here. And bam! There we go. You see the trees? You can move. Here, up. It's very nice. Look, the clouds. I'm trying to find the sun. There we go. Now I can't remember how to work with this. I'll keep trying. Oh, I need to put the filter. I'll blow the smartphone. I need to put the solar filter. Of course, I forgot the solar filter. To watch the sun, we need a filter. Oh, there we go, the King's Sun. Autofocus. Remove this one. Hold on. And there we go. You see? We can see the sunspot as well. Look at this. It's here. You see? With the finger in the phone, I move this. Very nice. Of course, this is a $400 or $500 device. Function. Sun track. Done. Tracking the sun. All right. Now it doesn't move. So the King's Sun from a smart device, a $500 device, which is awesome. And any kid, as you could see, I don't understand very well this, but it was very easy to... I just forgot to place the solar filter, which has a magnet. It's only to touch there and it sticks there. And we can see the sun. This is called white light, so we see the sun with different bands of light. This, for instance, it's a different band of light that I don't have that filter, special filter in this telescope. We can't see that wavelength. We can see the sunspots. It's white light. It's the filter that everybody uses. And the Star Guy uses a special filter as well. That's why on Star Guy and my other telescope you can see the plasma explosions. It's a different filter, more expensive. I use a very expensive one as well, $1,000 with my telescope to watch these features of the sun. But with $500 we can't complain, because not only you can see this, but you can see nature as well. If I use this camera, it has two cameras or two lenses, or if I use this one, I can do like this and change, you see, with a finger in the smartphone, and I can remove the solar filter and I can watch other stuff and zoom as well. And see other stuff. Earthquake 3.3 on Mexico. This is very nice. With the fingers it's easier. The moon, the night sky as well, we can see everything. It's very nice. The Dwarf 3 Smart Telescope, for the ones that didn't know, it's a beginner telescope for the ones that like astronomy, watch the sun, moon, nebulae, planets. It's not good for planets. It's not good for planets. Stars and wildlife as well, nature. Only $500. With this one you have to spend a lot more to watch the sun like this. So it will all depends on the magnetic complexity of this big sunspot that it's here, how it will interact. And one of the things, the characteristic of the 1921 blackout was that the sunspots were like this. The sunspots were like this. However, there were two sunspots in 1921 during the blackout, but they were horizontally positioned, not like this in diagonal, horizontally. And what happened in 1921 was when they were more at the center right, middle right of the sun, so it They rotated already a bit, not like this one is starting. It will rotate. And at that time, they did something very weird. The sunspots that are two were like this together, and they did like this. They rotated one clockwise and another one counterclockwise, like this. And bam! It exploded. It's crazy, man. Crazy, 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 crazy. Will it happen again? Well, we don't know. We are waiting for it. It will happen again. Man, this is like the blackout. Remember the blackout? I was here. We will have a blackout. We will have a blackout. We had the blackout, and it was me. And we will have it again. It will be worse for sure, and can be caused by the sun. So this is like that bet that I made and I invested on. So I'm prepped for this kind of events. And we will have one of these days from something like we had previously on 1921 and even in other years. We had in 1989 on Canada, massive blackout from the sun, the Carrington event 8059, and more events. These were the ones 2022, the Starlink that loads of them were crashing and falling from the sky. We'll have a lot more. Let me see if I show you them rotating on 1921, because I saw that. Still here. You see, very nice. This War 3. You can see the sun safely with your kids. You can be at bed and on the sofa, whatever, and watch. See, we have a second camera. And watch everything. The sun is settling here. Look. 1921. The Great Geomagnetic Storm of May. 1921, more than 1 century ago. All the newspapers. Sunspot credited with rail tie-up. Sunspot aurora paralyzes wires. Electric disturbances affect French wires everywhere. Everywhere. And you see the sunspots here? You see the sunspots? Very similar. Look. This is the one today. And this was on 1921. And they rotated, man. I will search that for you. Star Guy. The workshop, the Bioman from Florida. They have a study about it. There we go. I will show you the scientific study image of the rotation. Actually, they didn't like this. It was the opposite side. Look. Amazing. Look. This was on 1921. What happened? They studied. And the sunspots. Actually, they were here. In a similar position. And they rotated one to the left and another one to the right. They rotated, you see? They show here the rotation. And then, bam! They exploded. This is all the paper, the scientific paper. This was the magnetic complexity at that time. They were touching here the polarities, the different polarities. You can see they have all illustrated here with that scientific formulas and whatever. You see here? They have everything. This is a scientific paper. This is very cool. And it happened on 1921. And it can happen again with this one that we are watching right now from Florida. It can happen again. The Carrington.
The Carrington event. It's happening. It's happening.
We are waiting for it. Remember that the biggest events usually occur after the solar maximum. So in the descending phase of the solar maximum, which we could be entering in. We don't know yet if we peak already. If we peaked already, probably, I don't know, for the long time we are having right now. I don't know. I will leave all May. I don't know. Nobody knows, actually. Only after a few months we'll see, oh, it was a peak. Oh, it wasn't. It had a second peak. It's always like that. We'll see. We'll see here. But I can't say. And look, the blackout was affecting all these regions. All these regions were affected. Florida, where Starguy is. Here. Cuba, a lot in Cuba. Florida. And all these regions of United States. And here, Europe. Earthquake. 4.2, 4.3. On... I think it's Myanmar. It's Myanmar again. Oh god, that region, man. It's very similar, this sunspot. We will see if it matches the 1 century ago. We are overdue. We are overdue. No, Phoenix. No, while the power outage was... It was not only Spain, it was here on my country as well. And I was living that. And the sun was super quiet. It couldn't be more quieter. Ears ringing. Sometimes I have that as well. Sometimes it's annoying. In 1799, you see? Let me check. 1799. I don't see any information about that. About a solar storm. 1859 was a Carrington event. Hey, Star Guy, thank you. Bam! Let me ask AI. Hold on, Star Guy. No. There was no major solar storm in that year. Are you trolling me? No. Thank you, Star Guy, for your super chat. Thank you so much. shot. Thank you. More solar power to our explorers, members and guests. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, Bioman. Greetings to Florida, to Star Guy and Star Girl. And there's some clouds I can see. Here is the same, but right now it seems like that I can see
The King's Son.
the beautiful King's Sun. $1859 September. It was the Carrington event. I made a good video about it. It's on my channel, Carrington event of 1859, where the telegraph... Look at this.
The Black Sun. It's happening. It's turning black.
It's the cloud here, you see?
It's happening.
Everywhere, on Florida as well. The telegraph was the only technology. Can you imagine today? With everybody without the smartphones and everything. Man, they are warning us. They are warning us. They have been warning us with some clues of it. They did it again. We had that for the first time, that huge blackout in more than two countries. Two countries, full countries, mine and Spain, 60 million people were disconnected from the grid. Bam! And I still see people underestimating everything. They didn't let the people get in the moment of during the night without having the food, the refrigerators and the freezers melting. People didn't reach that moment. And do you know what I feel around is that some people still think that, oh, I was sure that they would fix everything quickly. I'm not so sure about that, because for instance, on Canada, with millions of people in 1989, millions of people with that blackout, it melted, and when it's the sun, it's worse. If it's something by design, nothing happened to the infrastructure. It's their intention. If it's intentional, their intention is to preserve the infrastructure, only to provide the effect. But if it's the sun, or better saying, when the sun will do that, it will melt the power grids. And melting the power grids, it's not like, well, now we can switch it back on. No. You will have to replace the things, the products. It will be, and it will take time, and that time you will be without food. Some people without food, the freezer, whatever. Then they will not say it's nothing, I will trust them. No, then they will feel the passage of time. One night, the other day they wake up, if they can sleep. They wake up, they will see people getting nervous on the streets again, trying to find food, everything is closed. People will start looting. That will be a real chaos. That's why I say this blackout was peanuts, and that's why I say I'm pretty sure it was by design. It was to have a feel of the infrastructure reaction and people reaction and countries reaction, whatever, authorities. So when it happened, when the big one, the one, It will not look like that. I will not be here talking one day after about what I did. I will be, for sure, much later reporting what the heck happened. If it's in my country, again. I suppose we are very vulnerable here to the Europe decisions. They use, look, if you look back 5 years ago, they used Spain. They used Spain. They use, and Portugal as well. And Portugal, we are dependent because our only border is Spain. So if Spain fails, we fail as well. It can't be like that. We should have our own solar generator, you know. We should have our own independent ways to provide energy in case Spain fails. Because we are dependent on Spain if something happens to Spain. We are a different country, you know. It's complicated. So, but if it's the sun and if it's a massive blackout in different countries, you will leave that and it will be different. Very, very different. This was peanuts and people don't realize that. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Star Guy for gifting 10 Dobsonian Power memberships, 10 more members to the crew. You are an explorer. Thank you! I read you, Brent. Yeah. No, we don't have anything. We have coal. They shut down. They shut down recently. Man, this is the power, the energetic power. This is why nobody's... Well, some people is telling that it's by design. But if you think, like I'm doing, the power of the energy is basic. Everybody needs energy. If I have the power of the energy over you, I can do whatever I want. If you don't behave well, I take you the energy off. It's my power. .2 earthquake right now on Chile again. Yeah, it's Chile and Philippines today. So you get it. It's the power that they want to obsessively power, thus control. It's easy, man. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Everybody should have its own power. Right that. And you know, Iris, what happened to Roma Empire? The Roman Empire, what happened? Because of the same thing. Well, a bunch of stuff, but Roman Empire was a corrupted empire at the end of those days. And it fell. Well, they look like Maragni. Don't insult them. We should respect them. They can disconnect us from the grid. Yeah, I have 2 generators. And now I'm already fine, but I think I will do some upgrade in the future as well. More stuff. If I smell that and something and looked at my guts and my feelings and my bets happen, that is a good clue that my guts are trustable. And look that my gut says that it will happen again. They will do it again. They will push it further. So if a basic and common sense decision, if I feel from my guts that we're right, that they will push it further, I should upgrade and level up a bit more to be prepared for that push, that second push. Furthermore, there are the natural disasters that can happen without our will, because we humans are powerless against nature. And people underestimate nature. We are powerless. Hyla, welcome to the spaceship. Not my telescope today, is Starguy. Starguy views of the nasty Sunspot that can become a Carrington event one. Who knows? They blocked France. They stopped. They let it on the south only, which was not so important. Those countries are the ones that rule. They don't like to mess with their own guts. They prefer to test in the south, as as they are been doing all these last years. Didn't you realize that? Or do we believe? Another one, funny doors, that doesn't like the hot weather. Or are you telling the hot... okay, the hot situation. I was thinking about that a lot, and it seems like we can't escape. Everywhere has benefits, advantages, and disadvantages. It's really hard to escape. I will pick my small telescope outside. Disconnect. You see the small telescope? I disconnected it. You see the filter? Solar filter. I hope it didn't burn. It didn't. It's working. Very nice. Look, for Christmas this year, it's a very nice gift. It's not for someone special, of course, because it costs $500. But it's a way that it's a different gift that you can get for son, a nephew, you know. They will love it. And at least it's different than a smartphone. Mother's Day. Yeah, and you can zoom it. I was here, we have flamingos, and one day I went with my kids, my two kids, and we were from a distance doing the recordings and zooming and everything. However, that you can do it nowadays with a good smartphone. The advantage of this one is to watch the sun with this special filter and to watch stuff at night that you can't with a smartphone. You can watch everything at night except planets, the moon as well, you can. The moon, it's very beautiful here. But planets, you see a bulb, a bright bulb. You can't see details of the planets. So it's not good for someone that wants to watch Jupiter or something like that. It looks like a star. It's not very good. I will not lie to you. Thank you. Funny Doers. Thank you and congratulations for becoming an explorer. Thank you so much. Welcome to the crew. You are an explorer. Hope we have one more participant in the next Secret Chamber live stream. Check the last one. If you like it, prepare to participate on it. Yeah, to become a member, it's clicking on join button. 99 cents a month. Less than a coffee. Guys, less than a coffee nowadays. It's incredible how the prices went up everywhere. They did it. Those guys. They did it. Hopefully it will stop. Because, I don't know, man. It feels like we are on the mouse wheel, always working to survive. To see Beetlejuice, yes, that is fine. And New Nova, when it explodes, we will watch it here. Actually, we will watch it soon, here live. I do it sometimes to see if it explodes. T. Corona Borealis, it's called. That is, they were forecasting the explosion for 2024, late 2024, and it will be visible in the sky, but they missed, and it's overdue. So anytime soon it will explode. I don't know, Luis. About the food, it's a weird topic that... So we had a 3.5 right now earthquake on Nepal, near India. Okay. Yeah. The background is scientific always here. The difference is from most of science channels, it's that we are open-minded here. So I don't treat science here as a religion. Science is science. It's very good. It gives us loads of knowledge and understanding of what's happening around us, but it lacks other stuff that we pull from other areas to have a complete view out of the box. Otherwise, we get stuck with things that, and they fail as well. So we can't treat anything as the truth and the only truth. We are always searching for it. Okay, to be a member, you go to the web page and you look. If you go here to the web page, Dobsonian Power, you have here subscribe and join. You click on join and you join. It's like that, 99 cents a month. I give back to members, so actually, to be fair, when I started this channel, the first members, most of them got back all the money and more, because I had a sponsor that I don't have anymore. I broke with the sponsor because I didn't like how they were acting in the market. And to preserve my dignity and credibility, I broke with them. And but while they were working fine, they gave me oftentimes vouchers to buy stuff. And many people here purchase stuff without paying anything. Because there were vouchers of $100, $50 and stuff like that. So many members could recover all the money they spent with me. What happens is that now I don't want sponsorships. I prefer to do like this. These links. I like something, I put a link, and if you buy through this link, I get a commission. A small commission, but it doesn't change your price. So it's a way for you to help the channel as well without paying anything. It's awesome. So thank you very much to Star Guy. I will land the spaceship now. It was a very nice. You can see that sunspot. We will keep monitoring this sunspot. And in case of an emergency, we will warn you. Right now, we don't have anything huge happening at this moment in time. We'll keep monitoring. And thank you very much for all of you, to the moderators. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Bye-bye.